So this is a permutation and combination. This question is taken from permutation and combination chapter asked by UPSC in CSAT exam of 2011, right? So this kind of questions almost come every year, right? So there are 4 routes to travel from city A to city B. So these route kind of questions are normally asked by UPSC, right? If you will see, every 2 or 3 years they will ask one question, right? So the frequency is high. So there are 4 routes, right? So suppose these are the routes to go from A to B, and 6 routes from city B to city C. Then from city B to city C, there are how many routes? 6 routes, right? In this way, how many routes are possible to travel from city A to city C, right? So there are how many ways a person can move from city A to C. So suppose this is going from, suppose selecting this route. So he is reaching B, and after reaching B, he is having 6 possibility, right? Similarly, with this have 6 possibility, with this have 6 possibility, and with this route we have 6 possibility, right? So this will be like 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, right? So this will be the answer. Otherwise, the best method to solve this kind of question is from A to B, how many possibilities are there? 4. And for each possibility there are 6 chances, so this will be 6. So total are 4 into 6, so this is 24. So the answer is option A. So the answer of this question is option A, right? This is a problem from permutation and combination chapter asked by UPSC in CSAT paper of 2015. This is a good question. There are 5 tasks and 5 person, right? Task 1 cannot be assigned to either person 1 or person 2, right? So there are 5 tasks. Suppose T1, T2, T3, T4 and T5. So these are 5 tasks. T1 cannot be assigned to person 1 and person 2, right? So it can be assigned to person 3 or person 4 or person 5, right? Now task 2 must be assigned to either person 3 or 4. So task 2 किसको assign हो सकती है? It can be assigned to person 3 or person 4. It cannot be assigned to any other person. Every person is to be assigned one task. जितने भी person है उनको एक task मिलेगा. In how many ways can the assignment be done? So in how many ways we can assign, right? So this is a question from permutation combination. You can easily see this is a combination problem, right? So whenever you have this kind of questions, so first of all assign the person to the task which is conditional. This is conditional, right? So पहले इसको assign करते हैं, right? Because task 2 can be assigned to either 3 or person 4, right? So we have 2 possibilities here. So we are assigning out of 2 people, 1 people will be selected here, right? When 1 is selected here, now come here, P3, P4, P5, P3, P4 and P5, we have 3 people. But if you will see, out of these 3, 1 is already assigned to T2. So we are remaining with 2 people here. So this T1 task, for this T1 task 2 people are there, and out of these 2 we will select 1 person, right? Now this T3 task, 2 people we have already consumed, right? We are remaining with 3 people. So out of 3 any one can come here, so 3C1. For T4, 3 people are already consumed for T1, T2, T3 task, right? So now we are remaining with 2 people. So out of 2 people, 1 will be selected for T4 task. And T5 task, we are remaining with 1 people, and out of that we will select 1 person, right? So now, so this will be the, so the final answer will be, we will solve this, 2C1 will be 2 only, this 2C1 will be equal to 2, 3C1 will be equal to 3, and this 2C1 will be equal to 2, and 1C1 equal to 1, right? So the final answer will be 2 into 2 into 3 into 2 into 1, right? So this is 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 into 2, 24. So the answer is 24. So the answer is option C. So option C is the correct answer for this question. Okay. I hope ये आप सबको समझ आ गया होगा. If you guys still has some issues, so you can connect with us and I will explain you this question personally again. So this is a question from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC in their CSAT paper of 2015. A selection is to be made for one post of principal and two posts of vice principal, right? Amongst the 6 candidates. So how many candidates are there? 6 candidates called for the interview. Only 2 are eligible for the post of principal, right? So we have one post for principal and 2 posts for vice principal, right? Total 6 candidates are called, right? 2 are eligible for principal, right? While they all are eligible for the post of vice principal, all 6 are available for vice principal. The number of possible combination of selectee is, right? So this is a problem of, this is standard problem of combination, right? So the way to solve it, like there are 2 candidates. So out of these 2 candidates, one will be selected as principal. So this will be 2C1, right? And now how many are remaining? One already we selected as a principal. So now we are having 5, right? So out of, because all are eligible for selection as vice principal, right? So out of 5, now we are having 5. So out of 5, we will select 2 candidates for vice principal, right? So this will be 2 into 1 upon, right, into, this will be 5 into 4 and 2 into 1, right? This 2 will cut this 4 2 times, right? So this will be 10 and this is 2. So this will be 20. So the answer of this problem is 20. There is no option, right? So the answer will be option D. So the answer of this question is option D, right? I have seen many students, if they see this kind of none of the above, if they get this answer, they think like they are making some mistake, right? So this is very common perception, right? But the answer of this question is option 3. So this is a problem from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC in CSAT paper of 2015. A student has to opt for 2 subjects out of 5 subjects for a course, namely commerce, economics, statistics, mathematics and mathematics first and mathematics second. Mathematics second can be offered only if mathematics 1 is also opted, right? So there are 5 subjects. So how many subjects we are having? We are having 5 subjects, right? Commerce, economics, statistics and mathematics 1 and mathematics 2, right? So out of these 5, he has to choose 2 subjects, right? But there is one more condition is given, that mathematics 2 will be chosen only if mathematics 1 is chosen, right? Mathematics 2 cannot come with any other subjects, right? But mathematics 1 can come with other subjects, right? So this is the only one case actually. If M1 is selected, then he can opt for M2 also, right? So this is a only one case, right? Other case we will see from here. So out of these 4, he can select any 2 subjects because he have to choose 2 subjects, right? So this will be how much? This will be 4 into 3 and 2 into 1. This 2 will cut this 4 2 times. So this is 6. 3 into 2 will be 6. So 6 possibilities are here out of these 4 subjects, and 1 possibility is from this. Like if he is choosing M2, then he will choose M1 also, right? So total number of possibilities are how many? 6 plus 1. So the total number of possibilities are, or the total number of combination of 2 subject which can be opted are 7. So the answer is option C. So this is the answer C. Okay, I hope ये आप सबको समझ आ गया होगा. This was very easy question. Just the language is tricky in the permutation and combination chapter. If you understand the concept and you can understand the language, you can solve it. Okay. This is a question from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC and CSAT paper of 2016. In a question paper, there are 5 questions to be attempted and answer to each question has 2 choices, true or false. It is given that no 2 candidates have given the answer to the 5 question in an identical sequence. For this to happen, the maximum number of candidate is, right. So the question is, there are 5 questions, right. Suppose the question are Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 and Q5, right? So there are 5 questions, and for each question the answer can be either true or false, right? Like this. For each question we have 2 choices, true or false. So now the question is saying that no 2 candidate have given the answer to the 5 question in an identical sequence. So इसमें simply हमें find out करना है कि how many sequence we can generate, how many unique sequence we can generate, right? For this to happen the maximum number of candidate, right? So जितने sequence generate होंगे unique उतने ही student होंगे, उससे ज़्यादा जैसे ही student होगा तो आंसर का जो sequence है वो मैच करने लग जाएगा, right? So अगर आप देखो यहाँ पे Q1 के लिए how many options we have? 2, right? So Q1 can be answered in 2 way. Similarly Q2 can be answered in 2 way, Q3 can be answered in 2 way, Q4 can be answered in 2 way, and Q5 can be answered in 2 way, right? So this will be equal to 2 raised to 5, right? तो कितना हो जाएगा? This is equal to 32, right? So there can be 32 candidate, right? Because we have to find number of candidates. So there can be 32 candidate. If there is 33 candidate, तो जो 33 कैंडिडेट है उसका जो सीक्वेंस होगा दैट विल मैच विद समवन, राइट? सो देयर कैन बी 32 यूनिक वे वी कैन अरेंज देम, राइट? ये देखिए कैसे होगा कि सपोज आपने यहाँ पे 2 यूज किया, राइट, फर्स्ट ऑप्शन। सो उसके बाद यू हैव सो मेनी ऑप्शंस, राइट? यहाँ पे आप ट्रू कर सकते हो, फॉल्स कर सकते हो। सिमिलरली फॉर दिस, सो दैट्स व्हाई वी आर मल्टीप्लाइंग देम, ओके? क्योंकि एक के साथ हमारे पास इतने ऑप्शन है, सिमिलरली इसके साथ। सो दिस इज सेम व्हेन वी यूज द रूट क्वेश्चन, लाइक फ्रॉम A to B we can go in 2 ways, and from B to C we can go in 3 ways. So how many ways are there from A to C? So we will multiply, right? 2 into 3, right? Similarly this question, so the answer of this question is option D, right? So I hope ये आप सबको समझ आ गया होगा. If you guys still have some issues in that, so you can connect with us and I will explain you this question personally again. So this is a problem from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC in their CSAT paper of 2017. If 2 boys and 2 girls are to be arranged in a row so that the girls are not next to each other, right? So they are not sitting next to each other. And how many possible arrangement are there, right? So we are having 2 boys and 2 girls, right? First, second, third, fourth. So we have to arrange them in a row, right? Such that 2 girls are not next to each other, right? So how many ways these 4 people can be arranged? So these 4 people can be arranged in factorial 4 ways, right? So in these factorial 4 ways, there will be cases where girls are next to each other. So now we will minus that thing from this and we will get the answer, right? So 2 girls never come together. This is a question, right? But suppose I am assuming that 2 girls are always coming together. This is girl, this is a girl, right? So 2 seats they are taking, and now we are remaining 2 seats, right? Suppose this is one group, right? So we have 3 places. So these 3 places can be arranged in factorial 3 ways, right? And these 2 girls can also be arranged in how many ways? Factorial 2, right? Because they can also change their seats, okay? And these girls can be arranged in factorial 3 ways. So total number of ways will be this much, right? So now we will deduct, this will be how much? So this will be 3 into 2 into 1, right? And this will be 2 into 1. So this will be 6 into 2, 12, right? And this factorial 4 is how much? This is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So this will be 24, right? So these are the total number of ways to arrange 4 people, right? And out of it we are deducting if they are coming together, the girls are coming together. So the number of ways when the girls are coming together are 12. So the remaining, अगर हम टोटल में से जहाँ पे गर्ल्स दोनों साथ आ रहे हैं वो घटा देते हैं तो हमें वो वाले स्पेसेस मिल जाएंगे जब गर्ल्स आर नॉट कमिंग टुगेदर. सो दिस विल बी इक्वल टू 12. So the answer is 12. So the answer is option C. So C is the answer, right? I hope ये आपको सबको समझ में आ गया होगा. If you guys still have some issues in that, so you can connect with us and I will explain you this question personally again. So this is a question from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC in CSAT paper of 2017. A bag contained 20 balls. 8 balls are green, right? So there are how many balls? 20 balls. And out of these 20 balls, green are 8 balls, right? 7 are white. White ball are 7 and 5 are red ball are, sorry, 5. This is 5. Okay. What is the minimum number of ball that must be picked up from the bag blindfolded? Blindfolded means किसी की आंख पे पट्टी बंधी हुई है और उसको balls pick करना है, right? So without replacing any of it. Without replacing here means if somebody is taking out one ball, so he is not putting that ball again into the bag, right? Without uh, without replacing any of it, to be assured of picking at least one ball of each color, right? So the question is asking that we have to find the minimum number of ball that must be picked. ये जो बॉक्स है, ये जो बैग है, इसमें से हमें मिनिमम हाउ मेनी बॉल्स वी शुड पिक so that we can be sure that we are getting one ball of each color, right? Suppose I am picking 3 balls, right? So there may be possibility that all ball I am picking may be green, or they all may be white, they all may be red, right? But what I want that हर कलर की एक बॉल तो मेरे पास आए, right? So 3 is very less number. With 3 we cannot be sure. If I am picking 4, this is not possible. 5, if I am picking 5 ball, so the possibility is that I am picking all red balls, right? But if I am picking 6 ball, right? So there are possibility that all 6 are green. There may be possibility that all 6 are white, right? So there may be possibility that 5 are red and 1 is of other color, right? So 6 ball is also less. So how many balls we have to pick? See, in these kind of cases, the maximum will be, suppose we are picking maximum 8, right? If I am picking 8, then I can be sure that there may be of different color, right? Because there may be possibility that they may be green, right? But they may also be white and one other ball I have picked, right? So what we have to do in this case, so we have to take, suppose we are picking 9 now, 9 balls, right? So we can be sure like 2 colors ball we will pick this time, right? Because the maximum is here 8, right? So this much we have to must pick to ensure that at least 2 color of ball we are picking, right? Why? Because we have picked 9 ball. So there may be possibilities that out of these 9, 8 are of green color and 1 must be of other color, right? So if we are picking 9 balls, so we are getting 2 colors ball, right? So similarly what we will do, now we will pick 8 plus 7. If we are picking 8 plus 7 ball, so this will be 15. 8 plus 7 we are getting from this, right? So we will take, this is the first maximum and this is the second maximum number, right? So if we are picking 15 ball, so there are possibility that 8 are picking from this side and 7 are getting picked from this side, right? Because here we have to be assured, we cannot leave one possibility, right? So we have to make sure that one ball of each color we are getting, right? So with 15 ball also there is no possibility, because this is possible 8 we are picking from this, 7 are we are picking from white, right? So if we are picking 16, 15 plus 1, so what will happen? 8 will get selected from here, 7 will get selected from here, and one ball is remaining. So one ball must be of red color, right? So there may be possibility that 5 are red and 7 are white, right? So this is 12, but still there will be 4 green color balls, right? So this is also possible. But if we are picking 16 ball, then we can be sure that we are picking ball of each color, right? So in this case there is no, there will be no excuse, right? So there cannot be no possibility where each type of ball are not getting picked. Okay, so this is a question of permutation and combination chapter asked by UPSC in CSAT paper of 2018. There are 24 equally spaced points lying on the circumference of a circle, right? So there is a one circle and 24 points are arranged in this, right? So they are lying equally spaced point, right? So this will be The circle is of 360, so we will arrange 24 points in that, right? So they will be arranged in, how they will be arranged, right? Either you can do like, there will be 12 points here, 12 points here, right? If 12 points are here, 6 points will be here, so this total is 90, right? So in 90, this is a angle of 90. In this angle we will arrange 6 points, so this will be 90 upon 6. Otherwise you can do like this, right? 360 we will divide with 24. Okay, so this will be how much? So this will be 15 degree. So in 15-degree angle we will arrange 1 point, so there will be 6 point, right? These are 6 point. Similarly here, so they all are equally spaced, right? So the question is, how many, what is the maximum number of equilateral triangle that can be drawn by taking set of 3 points as the vertices, right? So what is happening, like this. So now what the question is asking, the question is asking that we have to form an equilateral triangle. In equilateral triangle all sides are equal, right? This side is equal to this side with this side, right? So the angle is of 60 degree, right? So with 3 points, we are getting one equilateral triangle, right? So with 3 points we are getting one equilateral triangle, okay, because they are equally spaced. So we are having 24 points. So in 24 points, how many triangles we will get? We will divide it. So we will get 8 equilateral triangle. Right. So this is easy question. No need to draw this circle or this one. You have to just divide it with 3, right? And you will get the answer. So the answer of this question is 8, right? So this is a question of permutation and combination asked by UPSC in their CSAT paper of 2018. For a sport meet, a winner stand comprising 3 wooden blocks is in the following form, right? So there is a sports meet, right? And the winner will stand on this stand, right? There are 6 different colors available. So how many colors we are having? 6 color, right? To choose from, and each of the 3 wooden block is to be painted such that no 2 of them has the same color, right? In how many different ways can the winner stand be painted? So we have 6 color and we have to paint it in such a way that each block have a different color, right? So suppose this first box, this one, this can be painted in how many ways? We have 6 colors, so we can paint it with any color, right? So this will be 6. Then this box can be painted in how many ways? We are remaining with 5 color because already one color we have used. So this will be 5, right? And now we are remaining with 4 colors because 2 color we already used, right? So this will be painted in 4 ways, right? So total number of ways are 6 into 5 into 4. So we will multiply it. So this will be 30 into 4. So this will be 120. So in 120 ways we can paint this stand. So the answer is option A. So the answer of this problem is option A. So this is a question of permutation and combination asked by UPSC in their CSAT paper of 2019. The number of parallelogram that can be formed from a set of 4 parallel lines intersecting another set of 4 parallel lines, right? So see how we can form a parallelogram. For parallelogram, what we need? We need 2 horizontal lines and then we need 2 vertical lines, right? So this is a parallelogram. So how many horizontal lines we are having? We are having 4 horizontal lines, right? And then intersecting another set of 4 parallel lines. So there are other 4 parallel lines, vertical lines which are intersecting, right? So out of these 4 horizontal line we have to select 2. So this is a problem of selection. So 4C2, right? So we have selected horizontal line. Now we will select vertical line. So out of 4 vertical lines, so multiplication will come, right? Because 4C2 will select the horizontal line, but still vertical lines are remaining, right? So now we will select 4 vertical lines. Out of 4 vertical lines, we will select 2 vertical lines, right? So this will be 4C2. So now the parallelogram is complete, right? क्योंकि हमें 2 horizontal line choose करनी है and 2 vertical, तभी parallelogram बनेगा, right? So now we will solve this. So this will be 4 into 3 and this will be 2 into 1, right? So similarly here 4 into 3 and 2 is to 1. This 2 will cut this 4 2 times, right? So this will be 6 into 6. So this will be 36. So the answer is option D. So the answer of this problem is option D. So this is a question from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC in their CSAT paper of 2020. How many different 5-letter words with or without meaning can be constructed using all the letter of the word Delhi, so that each word has to start with D and end with I, right? So this letter is given, right? So we have to use the letter of this word. So there are how many letters? D, E, L, H, I. So total 5 letter. So we have to make 5-letter word, right? And they have given that it will start with D and end with I. So these are fixed. Now we are having 3 places. And how many letters we are having? 2 letters we have already used, right? So we are remaining with 3 letters, right? So these 3 letters are remaining. So these 3 letters can be arranged in how many ways? So these can be arranged in factorial 3 ways. So this will be 3 into 2 into 1. So this will be 6. So the answer is option D, right? Or you can do it one more ways. Like out of these 3 letters, any 3 letters can come here, right? So this will be 3. Now how many letters are remaining after using one letter? 2 letters. So out of these 2 letters, any letter can come here. Now we are having only one letter. So that one letter will come here. So this will also be all 6. So anyway you will solve it, the answer will be same. Okay, so the answer is option D. So this is a question from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC in their CSAT paper of 2020. How many different sums can be formed with the denomination of rupees 50, 100, 200, 500 and 2000, taking at least 3 denomination at the same time, right? So how many denomination we are having? First, second, third, fourth, 5, right? So 5 type के denomination हमारे पास हैं and out of 5 we have to select 3, right? At least 3. So this is a problem of combination. So what we can do, we can take any 3, so 5C3, or we can take out of 5 4, or we can take 5 out of these 5 denomination, right? So we can select either 3 or at least, because in the question they have given that at least कम से कम हमें 3 लेने, 3 से ज़्यादा भी ले सकते हो, right? So 3 से ज़्यादा कितना हो सकता है? 4 या 5, क्योंकि हमारे पे मैक्सिमम 5 ही है, right? So now we will solve this and we will get the answer, right? So this 5C3, so we can write it 5C2 also, and this will be 5C1, right? And this 5C5 will be 1. So this will be 5 into 4 and 2 into 1 plus this will be 5 plus 1. We will solve this. This 2 will cut this 4 2 times. This will be 5 into 2 10 plus 5 plus 1. So this will be total 16. Right. So the answer is option A. So this is the answer, option A. Right. This is a question from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC in CSAT paper of 2021. On a chessboard, in how many different ways can 6 consecutive squares be chosen on the diagonals along a straight path? Right. So this is a problem of chessboard. Right. So in the chessboard we have 8 rows and 8 columns. Right. In this way, if you want, I'm drawing it. Okay. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more we need. Right. Yes. The chessboard is of 8 by 8. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this side also 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. So chessboard is of 8 by 8. Right. So this thing we have to remember. Another thing, like we have to select 6 consecutive squares on the diagonals. So on the diagonals, if you will see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. So on the diagonals, how many squares are there? 8. And this side also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. So now out of these, one by one we will take, like suppose for this one. So we have 8 squares. So out of these 8 squares we have to select 6, and these 6 should be consecutive. Right. So it should be like from 1 to 6. Right. Then 7 and 8 are remaining. Or it could be 1 we are leaving, then it will be 2 to 7. Right. Then this 8 will remain. Or it will be 1 and 3 we are not, first and second we are not choosing, from 3 to 8 we are, right. So only these 3 possibility exist, because we have to choose square consecutively, right. If we are choosing this square, then we will choose this also, right. This we have to choose. Okay, so there are only 3 possibility along this diagonal, right. Similarly, along this diagonal we have 3 possibilities. Okay, so the total possibility will be 3 plus 3 is equal to 6, right. So the answer will be option B. Okay, so the answer of this question is option, right. So see, इसमें main concern यही है कि we should know, like we are choosing square consecutively. This is very important. Consecutive squares we have to consider, right. So there is no other possibility. Okay, the answer is option B. So this is a question from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC and CSAT paper of 2021. So using these number as digit, how many distinct numbers greater than 3000 can be formed, right. So how many digits we are having? We are having 5 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right. And the number should be greater than 3000. It means, like here the 3 will come, because we need number greater than 3000. This one, not 3000, 30,000, right. So this place is fixed. The 3 will come here, right. Now we are left with 4 places and 4 digits, right. So here we will use one formula, right. So suppose there are n objects, right. So there are n objects. So suppose these are like first, second, third. In this way we have n objects, and out of these n objects, these few, suppose p, number of objects, p number of objects are of same type, right. And these few number, suppose the number of these are, they are of same type, right. And these are of same type, this is r, right. So the formula is, first we will arrange all numbers in factorial n way, then we will arrange these p numbers because they are of same type. So the arrangement will not make a difference, right. So here suppose these are we are having 3 numbers, right. These 3 numbers we can arrange in factorial 3 ways, right. But what will happen, like the number is suppose 1, 2, 2, then we are changing these number, then again this will remain same, okay, because these are of same type. So now we will remove these same kind of. So what we will do, these are of same kind, how many digits? 2, so we will divide it with, right. Similarly the formula is, p objects are of same type, q objects are of same type, and r object of, right. So here we will use this formula here, right. So now what will happen, these are of same type, right. So same type means this one, this is also one, this is one, right, because these are of same type. Okay, now we have 4 places, so the 4 places can be arranged in factorial 4 ways. Out of these, how many digits we are having? We are left with these number 1, 3 we already used. So out of these objects, these are of same kind. So how many objects are of same kind? 2 objects, and this is also are of same. So this is again factorial, right. So this will become factorial 4 into 3 and factorial 2, and we will open this factorial. This factorial will cut this factorial. This 2 will cut this 4 2 times. So this is 6. the answer is option. So this is the answer. Right. I hope ये आप सबको समझ में आ गया होगा. If you guys still have some issues in that, so you can connect with us and I will explain you this question personally again. So this is a question from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC in their CSAT paper of 2021. There are 6 persons arranged in a row. Another person has to shake hand with 3 of them, so that he should not shake hand with 2 consecutive persons. Right. So suppose there are these 6 persons, P1, P2, P3, P4, P5 and P6, right? And there is one another person, right? He is shaking hand with 3 persons, right? And not with 2 consecutive persons. They should not be consecutive persons. In how many distinct possible combination can the handshake take place, right? So suppose this man is shaking hand with this one, then he will not shake hand with this one, P2. Then he will shake hand with P3. He is shaking hand with P1, P3, right? So he cannot shake hand with P4. And out of 5 or 6, he can shake hand with anyone. Suppose the first case is P5 and the second case will be P1, P3 and P6, right? And the other possibility is he is shaking hand with P1 and then he is shaking hand with P2. He cannot shake hand, right? Suppose he is leaving P3 and now shaking hand with P4 and then with P6, because with P5 he cannot shake hand, right? And what is the other possibility? The other possibility is shaking hand with P2, then he cannot shake hand with P3, right? Then he will shake hand with P4 and then he will shake hand with P6, right? And suppose he is shaking hand with P3 first, then he will shake hand with P5, but there is no other person. So these are the only possible cases, right? So how many cases are there? First, second, third, fourth. So there are 4 possibility. So the answer is option B. So this is the answer, option B, right? I hope ये आपको सबको समझ आ गया होगा. If you guys still have some issues in that, so you can comment us, call us or WhatsApp us, right? And I will explain you this question personally again. So this is a question from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC in CSAT paper of 2022. The letter A, B, C, D and E are arranged in such a way that there are exactly 2 letters between A and E. So how many letters we are having? First, second, third, fourth, 5. So we are having 5 letters. Okay. So there are 5 places, right? And we have to arrange, right? So this is not selection problem. This is arrangement. So whenever there is a keyword of arrangement, so आपको क्या समझ जाना है? Okay, this is a permutation we will use, not combination, right? And if there is a keyword of selection, then we will use combination, right? So this is arrangement. So we will use permutation. Okay. So there are 5 places and there should be 2 letters between A and E. So how many such arrangement are possible, right? So A और E के बीच में हमेशा 2 letter होनी चाहिए, right? So then we will see how many arrangements are possible. Suppose we are putting A here, right? So after 2 places, E will come here and then this letter, right? Okay. So how many such arrangement are possible? We are given only 5 letters. 2 letter already we use. How many letter are remaining? 3 letters. So 3 letters can be arranged in how many ways? Factorial 3. Right. Factorial 3 is 3 into 2 into 1. So this is 6. Right. So this is one possibility. The second possibility is that E is here and A is here. This is also possible. Right. So in this case, what will happen? Again, there are 3 places. So 3 places can be arranged in 3 places. 3 letter can be arranged in factorial 3 ways. So this will be factorial 3. So this will again be 6. Okay. देखो यहाँ पे ये डायरेक्ट ही हो जाता. Okay, factorial 2, because these 2 letters, these 2 A and E can be arranged in factorial 2 ways. But मैं आपको डिटेल में बता रहा हूँ. That's why I took case second. Okay. Otherwise यहाँ पे factorial 6, ये factorial 3 था, इसके साथ factorial 2 हो जाता डायरेक्टली. Okay. और यहाँ पे मैं आपको अलग अलग भी बता रहा हूँ. Okay. Now there is a one third possibility also. May be possible that the letter A is not coming at the first place. It's coming on the second place. Then third, fourth and the fifth place will be E. Because हमें A और E के बीच में how many places we have to keep? we have to keep two places, right? So these are two places we are keeping, right? There is no other possibility. Okay, so again we are having three letters, and the three letters can be arranged in three places in factorial three ways. Okay, so the answer is 6 again, and there is again one possibility 4, because may be possible that E is here and A is at last place, right? If this is the case, then it will again be factorial 3, because 3 letter can be arranged in 3 places. And how many ways? Factorial 3. So this is again 6, right? So is there any other possibility? There is no other possibility, because if we are moving A here, then A cannot come in the middle, because then there won't be two places, exactly two places. Suppose I am putting A here, right? So these are two places, these are two places. E should come this side, but we have only 5 places, right? So we cannot arrange like this. Okay, and if we are putting A here, so this thing we already considered in this. Okay, so these are the only possibility, right? So we will add this. So this will be 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. So how many ways? So total are, this will be like 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. Okay, so this will be equal to 24, right? So the answer is option C. So this is the answer. Okay, this is a question from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC in their CSAT paper of 2022. A, B, C are three places such that there are three different roads from A to B, right? So from A to B, how many roads are possible? 3, right? 4 different roads from B to C. Suppose C is here. So how many roads are possible from B to C? 4, right? And 3 different roads from A to C, right? So this is like this. Okay, and from A to C, how many roads are possible? 3, right? In how many different ways can one travel from A to C using these roads? So हमें find out करना है कि in how many ways a person can move from A to C, right? So this is a simple question of multiplication. If you remember how we do it, from A to B there are how many ways to go? 3, and then from B to C how many? 4. So total way from going A to C through B, right? So how many possibilities are there? 12, right? So we are going via B. In these 12 possibilities, we are using B. Now, directly also from A to C, we can go in how many ways? 3 ways. This is already given, right? There are 3 roads, first, second, third, right? So, directly, how many ways we can go? 3 ways. So, total ways will be how many? 12 plus 3. So, there are total 15 ways from A to C, right? So, we have to find different ways only, right? So, the answer is option C. So, this is the answer. Right, so इस टाइप की प्रॉब्लम में जब भी होता है what we will do, we multiply, like from here A to B we can choose this road and this road. If we are going through this road, then after reaching B we are having how many possibilities? 4 possibility. Similarly, if we are going with this one, how many possibility? 4. If we are going with this one, again 4 possibility. That's why we multiply, right? So there are 12 possibility and 3 are direct way. ठीक, so total are 15 ways. Okay, this is a question from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC in their CSAT paper of 2022. In a tournament of chess having 150 entrants, a player is eliminated whenever he loses a match. It is given that no match result in a tie or draw. How many matches are played in an entire tournament? So the question is saying like this is a knockout kind of game, right? So there are how many teams are there? How many players are there? 150, and all these players are playing chess, and there is no match is draw or tie, right? So this is very easy question. You just need to know the concept, right? So suppose I'm explaining you the procedure, like okay, so suppose there are 3 players, first, second, third. So how many match will happen? One match will happen between them, and the winner will come, and this winner then will play with this one, and then the final winner, right? So how many match? One or two, right? If there are 3 people, how many match are happening? 2. right? And suppose there are 4 players now, right? So suppose this is 4 player. Now this winner will play with this one, and then the final winner will come. So how many match are happening? First, second, third. So if there are how many player? 4 player. Then the match will be 3, right? So similarly, if you will see, the match are one less than the number of player, right? So the number of match will be how much? If suppose there are n players, so the number of match will be n minus 1, right? So in this case, in the given question, there are 150 entrant. So the matches will be how many? 150 minus 1, so 141. So the answer is option C, right? So 150 minus 1 will be 149. So the total match will be how many? 149. So the answer is option C. See, this is very easy question, right? You just need to know the concept here. Okay. So this is a question from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC in their CSAT paper of 2022. So this is a very good question, right? This is a little bit tricky. So there are 9 cups placed on a table arranged in equal number of rows and columns. So how many we have? We have 9 cups, right? So we have to arrange them in equal number. So whenever there is a equal number, so we have to take a square root of this. So the square root of 9 is 3. So this will be 3 by 3, right? So we will arrange them in the format of 3 by 3, right? So suppose like this we have to arrange. So this is 3 by 3. Okay, in this we have to arrange 9 cups, right? Now, out of which 6 cup contain coffee. So out of this 9 cup, 6 cup contain coffee. So 6 are of coffee and 3 cups contain tea, right? So in 3 cups we have tea. In how many ways can they be arranged so that each row should contain at least 1 cup of coffee, right? So we have to arrange in a pattern so that this is row, right? And these are column. Okay. So this question is talking about row. So that in each row there should be at least 1 cup of coffee. It means 1 cup of coffee should come at least, so that the other can be tea at least. It means this question is asking like there should not be any cases where there are all 3 are tea, right? It means that only, because this question want at least there should be 1 cup of coffee in each row, right? So this case is not allowing, right? Where in each row all 3 cup of tea can come, right? So how we will do it? So here I am telling you one of the easiest method to solve this question, right? You won't find this solution anywhere, right? So what is the solution? The solution is, first of all, you just arrange 9 cups, right? So how we arrange? This is permutation combination, right? So if you remember, if some letters are given, right? Suppose Delhi. So how we arrange these letter? So we can arrange in how many ways? There are how many letters? First, second, third, fourth, five, 5. So we can arrange in factorial 5 way, right? But suppose there are 2 letters which are same, right? So how we will do it? There is one formula, if you remember, that says, like suppose we have to arrange n numbers, right? So we can arrange in factorial n way, and out of these n number, p numbers are of same type and q numbers are of same type. So this is the formula, right? So here I am using that formula only, right? Because out of 9 cups, 3 are of one type coffee, tea cups, and 6 are of coffee, right? So we can arrange them in how many ways? We can arrange them in like 9 factorial 9 upon, because 3 are of same type of tea and other 6 are of same type, those are coffee, right? So we can arrange them. So I am not looking like how they are being arranged, I am just saying like they are arranged, somehow we will arrange them. Okay, so the all possibility I am considering here. So we will solve this here. So this will be 9 into 8 into 7 and factorial 6, right? So factorial 3 we will open, 3 into 2, and factorial 6 we will, this factorial 6 will cut this factorial 6, right? This 3 will cut this 9 3 times, and this 2 will cut this 8 4 times, right? This is 4 is 12 into 7, so total 12 into 7 are 84. So the total possible ways are 84 ways. So total 84 ways we can arrange tea and coffee cup, right? Now, out of these 84, we have considered also the cases where all teacups will come together, right? So, in how many cases will be there where all tea will come in rows, right? So, there are only three possibilities. If you will see, all three teacups can come here in the first row. There is other possibility that all teacups are coming in the second row, and there is other possibilities that all teacups are coming in third row, right? So there is no other possibility. So there are only three ways, right? So we will deduct this 3 out of this 84, right? So we will get the remaining, so that at least 1 cup of coffee come in each row, right? I hope you guys got it. So what is happening? I am considering all the cases, right? So in all those possibility, we have got the chances where tea will come in, the tea will come together in all three. So there are how many cases? There are only three cases. So all three teacups can come here in the first row, or they may come in here, or they may come here, right? Because this is the only condition. Because what the question want from us? The question want that at least 1 cup of coffee should come with tea. Like it can be like this also, right? CCT, or this will be CTT. So anything is possible. So we have to deduct those cases where all teacups coming together out of total possibility, then this condition will get satisfied. So the answer of this question is 81. So the answer is option D. So D is the correct answer of this question. Okay, I hope कि आप सबको समझ आ गया होगा. If you guys still have some issues, so you can connect with us and I will explain you this question personally again. Okay. So this is a question from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC in CSAT paper of 2022. How many 3-digit natural number? So we have to find 3-digit natural number, right? Without repetition. So there won't be any repetition of digit, right? Are there such that each digit is odd? So this language is important. What the question is saying, that there will be 3-digit number, right? So we have to take natural number only, right? So we will take number from 1 to 9. Okay. Then one more condition is given, that each digit is odd, right? So like each digit, this digit and this digit, they should be odd, right? So we have to consider only odd digit. So odd digit are 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9, right? So out of 1 to 9, the odd digit are only this much. Okay. Then one more condition is given, that the number is divisible by 5. So this number should be divisible by 5. If you remember from the number system in the divisibility rule, right? So the number will be divisible by 5 if the last digit is 5 or 0. But here we have to consider only 5, because we have to consider only natural number, right? So one last digit will be 5. So 5 is already used. We cannot use 5 again, because there is no repetition allowed, right? So how many digits are remaining? 4, 1, 3, 7 or 9. So at this place, out of 4 any digit can come, right? Out of 4 any digit can come, and at this place one digit we already used out of these 4, so the remaining is 3. So out of those 3 any digit can come at this place, right? So this will be 3. Okay, so the total possibilities are 4 into 3, this is 12. So the answer is option B. Okay, so the answer of this question is option B. See, this is very easy question, just we have to understand the language of the question. Okay, this is a question from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC in their CSAT paper of 2022. There is a numeric lock which has a 3-digit pin. The pin contains digit 1 to 7, right? So there is a lock. To open it, we need to use one pin, and this is a 3-digit pin, right? And the digit can be from 1 to 7, right? So 1 to 7, right? So how many digits are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? There is no repetition. Now they have given the condition, there will be no repetition. There are no repetition of digits. So the password cannot be 444, 333 or 443, because in this we have repetition of digit. Now the digit in the pin from left to right. So this is left, this is right. Don't get confused in that, right? This is right, this is left, right? जो आपका left है, वही एग्जामिनर का भी लेफ्ट है, राइट, और उसी के हिसाब से करना है, राइट. Left to right are in decreasing order. So digit are in decreasing order, right? It means like if I am putting here 7, then no, just take here 5. If left is 5, then here on the right side of 5, there cannot come 6 or 7, right? Because they are in decreasing order. Okay, so just remember the condition. Okay, now any two digit in the pin differ by at least 2. Now one more condition, that any two digit, this could be like this or this or this, they are differ by 2, at least 2. The difference can be more than 2, right? So how many maximum attempt does one need to find out the pin with certainty, right? So if somebody want to open this lock, so how many attempts, right? So or you can say how many password can be generated, right? जितने password generate होंगे उतने number of attempts somebody will try to open it, right? So how we will do it? So we have to create number of password that can be generated, right, with these conditions. So suppose the password is starting with 7, right? If the password is starting with, the password cannot start with first 1, right? Because why it cannot? Because it is not satisfying this condition, decreasing order wali, right? Because if the password is starting with 1, then the next second term will be second or third, right? Suppose third, the difference is 2, right? This condition is getting satisfied, but they are not in decreasing order, they are in increasing order, right? So this is not possible. So we are starting with 7 from the back side, we are starting, right? So if this is 7, then the next digit could be, it cannot be 6 because the difference will be less than 2. So the second digit can be 5, right? Now after 5 the digit cannot be 4 because the difference should be 2. So the next digit can be 3. So the one password can be 753, right? So similarly we have to generate the password, right? So suppose I am keeping this 75. So if I am not putting 3, it could be 2 also, right? Because the difference between 5 and 2 is 3, and 7 and 5 is 2, and 7 and 2 is 5, right? So the difference is more than 2 in every case. The next password can be 75, this can be 1, right? So with 75 there is no other possibility, right? Now suppose this is 6, 7 again, right? Now this 5, because the difference is 2 here, now I can select 4 also, right? Because here the difference is 3, more than 2, right? So it can be 7, 4, then after 4 it will be 2, it cannot be 3 because the difference will be, we have to maintain at least, this keyword is important, at least. कम से कम डिफरेंस 2 तो होना चाहिए, 2 से कम नहीं होना चाहिए, 2 से ज्यादा हो सकता है डिफरेंस, राइट? सो 7, 4, 2. So the next password can be 7, 4, 1, right? We can take, because the difference is here 3, right? Now there is no other possibility with 7, 4. With 7, now can we take 3 here also, right? If we are taking 3, because with 7, 4 all possibility we have considered. Now 7, 3, now 7 and 3, then the next term will be 1 because the difference is 2 here. So no other password can be generated with 7, 3 now, right? Now can we take 7 and 2? If we are taking 2, so we cannot take 1 here, right? So with 7, 2 there is no possibility. So 7, 2 is not possible, right? So now if we are not starting with 7, the password can start with 6. If the password is starting with 6, so the next digit will be 4, right? And after 4 the next digit will be 2. Okay, so now next password can be, suppose we are keeping 6 and 4 constant, then I'm not taking 2, I'm taking 1, right? So this is 1. So there is no other possibility 6 with 6, 4, right? So now what we will do, we will take 6, now we will try with 3, right? So with 6, 3, so the next possibility is after 3 can be 1 only, right? So with 6, 3 there is no other possibility, right? So can we take 6, 2? If we are taking 6, 2, then there we cannot take 1 because the difference is less than 2, right? So with 6, 2 there is no possibility. So 6, 2 is not possible. Now can we select 5? If we are selecting 5, the next digit will be 3, right? And after that it will be 1, 5, 3, 1. So there, can there be any possibility with 5, 3? We cannot make any other changes here, right? So we cannot take 5, 2. because after 5 2 we cannot put any other term, right? So 5 2 is not possible, right? So now can we start with 4? If we are starting with 4, then the 2 will come here, right? So there is no digit for here, right? So 4 2 we cannot start with 4. Can we start with 3? No. If we are starting with 3, the next digit will be 1, but after 1 there is no other possibility, so this is also not possible. So these are the only possible passwords, right? There is no other password we can generate with these conditions, right? So we have to just count them: first, second, third, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So only 10 password can be generated, or the 10 times somebody has to try to open this lock, right? So the answer is option C. So the answer of this question is option C. I hope ये आप सबको समझ में आ गया होगा, मैंने काफी आराम से डिटेल में बताया, so that everybody can get this. Okay, if you guys still have some issues, so you can connect with us and I will explain you this question personally again. So this is a question from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC in their CSAT paper of 2022. There are 8 equidistant points on a circle. So this is a good question actually, you should focus on it. So the question is saying there are 8 equidistant points on a circle, right? So we know that circle is, we have 360 degree and there are 8 points which are equidistant. So we will see कि कितने एंगल का डिफरेंस होगा, right? So we will divide 360 by 8, right? So this will go how many times? 32, right? So 4, 40, 8 5s are 40, right? So there will be a distance of 45 degree, right? So suppose this is a circle, right? So suppose the first point is here, then the second point will be, because this is the center of circle, right? So the first point is here, second will be here after 45 degree, the third will be here, the fourth will be here, and the fifth will be here, then similarly sixth, 7 and 8th, right? So there are 8 equidistant points. Now how many right angle triangle can be drawn? So we have to see that how many right angle triangle can be drawn using these points as vertices and taking the diameter. This is very important. We are taking diameter as one side of the triangle, right? So we have to check the right angle triangle which are formed through diameter. So with these points, these 2 points, we can draw this diameter, right? So we have to check, like suppose these are point A, B, C, D, E, F, G or H, right? Now with this EA diameter, how many right angle triangle we can draw? So here this question is using one property of this circle. The property is that if we are taking this diameter as one side, right? So any angle you will draw on this side, right, with this point. Suppose you are drawing this triangle, right, this one. So this will be right angle triangle. Similarly, if you will draw with this point, this will also be right angle triangle. If you are drawing with this point, this will also be right angle triangle. So this is a property of circle. If you are using diameter as one side, right, then any triangle you will draw, that will be a right angle triangle. So this is a property of circle, right? So we have 3 points here and 3 points here. So with these 3 points we can draw 3 right angle triangle this side and 3 right angle triangle this side. So how many right angle triangle we have? 6 if we are using EA as diameter. So now we will check this. We got 6 with EA diameter. So how many diameters we can have? One is this one can be this one, 2, one can be this one, 3, and one can be this 4. If we are coming here, then again this is same, EA or AE, both are same, right? So with, because we have total 8 points, right, with 2 points we are making one diameter, right? So out of these 8, how many diameter we can have? We can have 4 diameter, right? So 4 diameter, and with each diameter we are getting 6 right angle triangle, right? So with 4 diameter we will get how many? 4 into 6, right? Otherwise what you can do, if you are not getting this, suppose you are taking FB as diameter, then again 6. If you are taking CG, right, so again 6, and if you are taking DH, then there will be again 6 right angle triangle, right? So you can add them and we will get total. Otherwise you can do directly like this, because with one diameter we are getting 6 right angle triangle, right? So with 4 diameter we will get how many? 4 into 6, so this will be 24, right? So the answer of this question will be option A, right? So the answer is option A, right? So I hope ये question आप सबको समझ आ गया होगा. If you guys still have some issues, so you can connect with us and I will explain you this question personally again. This is a question from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC in their CSAT paper of 2022. This one is important, right? This one non-zero, right, digit and one vowel and one consonant from English alphabet are to be used in forming password, such that each password has to be start with a vowel. So there will be one digit, one vowel and one consonant, right? And the password will start with vowel, so the vowel will come and end with a consonant. How many such password can be generated? And in the middle what will come? In the digit will come, because in the password there should be three things. One non-zero digit. So non-zero digit are how many? From 1 to 9. So there can be 9 possibility, right? And one vowel. So how many vowels we have in alphabet? If you remember, we have 5 vowels: A, E, I, O, U. These are vowels, right? And how many consonant? Consonant are alphabet में से अगर हम vowels को निकाल देते हैं तो क्या बचता है? Consonant. So total we have 26 alphabet. ठीक है, उनमें से 5 vowels को निकाल देंगे. So how many consonant we are having? We are having 25, 26 minus 5 means 21 consonant, right? So these are consonant. Okay, so vowels can be 5. So total possibilities are 5, right? And the consonant are 21. Okay, so how many password can we generate? So this is simply a multiplication, right? Right? For each vowels there will be 9 digit possible, and for each 9 digit 21 consonants are possible, right? So how we will find? So total password can be generated are equal to 5 into 9 into 21, right? बस इसको calculate करना है and this is the answer, right? So what will be the answer? This will be 5 into 189, right? You will multiply it, so this will be equal to 5 9s are 45, right? 5 8s are 40 plus 4, 44. 5 into 1 5 plus 4, so this is 9. So total password can be generated at 945. So the answer is option C. So this is the answer, right? So this is a question from Permutation and Combination chapter asked by UPSC in CSAT paper of 2022. What is the number of numbers of the form 0.xy where x and y are distinct? This is important. So x and y are distinct, okay, non-zero digit, right? So what this question is saying, right? Because I have seen many student was not able to identify that this question is from Permutation and Combination chapter. So this question is saying कि 0.xy फॉर्म के कितने नंबर फॉर्म हो सकते हैं, राइट? सो द पॉसिबिलिटीज आर लाइक 19, 0.27, it could be anything, right? But these digits should be different and this should not be 0. Like there is no possibility of like writing like this 0.09. This is not possible, right? Because non-zero digit we have to select, right? So there are two places, x and y. So in x, how many digits can come? We have digits from 1 to 9. 0 we cannot consider, right? Because this is non-zero digit, this is given. Okay, so total out of 9 any digit can come, right? So the possibilities are 9, right? और y पे कितने digit आ सकते हैं? Because out of these 9, 1 we have already used, right? And we have to select. There should be no repetition because in the question this is given, this is distinct digit, like different digit. So already 1 digit we used here. So the remaining 8 digit, out of 8 digit any digit can come, right? So this will be 8 here, right? So the answer will be 9 into 8. So total how many possibilities are there? 72. So the answer is 72, right? So the answer is option A. See, this is very easy question, but the challenge is to find out that this is from this chapter, permutation and combination, right? So that's why in every question, first of all, I inform you about, okay, this question is from which chapter, right? because if you are able to identify that this question is from that particular chapter, then your 50% chances of solving of questions are over, right? So now this question, in this question, what is the sum of all 4-digit number less than 2000 formed by digit 1, 2, 3, 4, where none of the digit is repeated? So we cannot take repeated digit, right? So this type of question we already did in our other previous year questions, right? So what they are saying, we have to form numbers, right? So 4-digit number we have to form. So this will be less than 2000. So this will be less than 2000. So here what will come? The 1 will come, right? On this place, right? Then only the number will be less than 2000. Otherwise, it will become greater than 2000. Okay. So this is fixed. So in all these three numbers, we have to arrange three numbers, right? So through permutation we can do it, but here we have to find the summation of all these numbers. So we have to write all those numbers, right? So I told you how we should do it. So what should be our approach? So our approach should be like, we can write here 2, and then this will be 3 and this 4. Now we will keep 1 and 2 fixed, and then we will change this one. So this will be 4 and 3, right? So now, so we will keep 1 fixed here. So now we will increase it. This will be 3, and then we will take 2 and then 4. Then we will keep 1 and 3 fixed. Then we can change this. Okay. So now we can take 1, and down we will take 4, and then 2 and then 3. Now we will keep 1 and 4 fixed, and then we will change this. Okay. So these are the only possible cases. So we have to just add them and we will get the answer. So let's add them. 4 plus 3, 7 plus 4, 11 plus 2, 13 plus this is 5. So 18, right? So this one will go this. So through unit digit, if we will check, so examiner ने submitted दे रखा unit digit. So through unit digit we cannot solve it, right? So this is 1. So now 1 plus 3, 4 plus 4, 8 plus 2, 10, 10 and 4, 14 plus 5. So this is 9. So 98 we got. So in 98 we are getting in this option, right? The first option. So the answer will be A. Okay. So no need to add all because we already got it. Okay. Now let's do this questions from UPSC CSAT 2023. In an examination, the maximum marks of each of the 4 paper, namely P, Q, R and S are 100. Right. So there are 4 paper, P, Q, R and S, and the maximum marks are 100 for each. Right. Marks scored by the student are in integer. A student can score 99% in n different ways. So what is the value of n? So how much he is scoring? See, first of all, this question is from permutation and combination, right? And I have seen like no coaching institute provided the correct answer for this questions, and no one provided even the solution, right? So let's see how we will do it. See, the student is scoring 99%. So 99% of how much? Total marks. Total marks are 400 because each paper is of 100 marks, right? So this will be how much? This will be, if you will calculate this, so this will be 396. So the student is getting 396 marks, right? So now how he can get it? So first option, suppose in the paper P he is getting 96 marks and in other he is getting 100, right? So the total is becoming 396, right? So this is the one possibility, and then these can also change. It may be possible that in Q he is getting 96 marks, or it may be possible that in paper R he is getting, or in the paper S he is getting 96, right? So how many possible way we can arrange them? In factorial 4 ways. Out of these 3 are 100, so they are similar, so we will divide it. So this will be how many ways when we will solve it? So this will be 4, right? And factorial 3 will cut factorial 3, so we will get 4, right? So 4 ways we can arrange this. Now the second possibility is like in the paper P he is getting 97 marks, right? And in Q he is getting 99 marks, because we have increased 1 marks here, so we have to decrease 1 marks in other paper, right? And in other he is getting 100. Now these things can also be arranged. How many ways? Again factorial 4 ways. Out of this, these two are similar, 100, 100. So we will divide it by 2. So how many ways we will get? We will get 4 into 3, factorial 2 will cut factorial 2. So this will be 12. So 12 ways we can arrange, and this was 4 ways, right? Now the third possibility. In the third possibility is like he is getting 98 marks in first paper P, right? And he is getting, so here two possibility will gets created, right? So we can decrease 1 marks here also, 98 or 100, 100. I am telling you how to approach so that we don't get confused. and there is one more possibility that he is getting 98 and this is 99, and we are deducting 1 from this, right? So this will be 99, right, and 100. Now in this case, the total possibilities will be factorial 4 upon, because these two are similar and these two are similar, so factorial 2 and factorial 2. So this will be 4 into 3, factorial 2 will cut factorial 2, we will get 1 factorial 2 we will solve, so this will be 2, so this is 6 ways, right? And in this, one possibility is this also. In this possibility, what will happen? Again factorial 4, these two are similar, factorial 2, so this can be 4 into 3, right? And this factorial 2 and factorial 2, this will cut this, so this is 12. So 12 ways are here, 4 ways, 6 ways are here, right? 12 here and 4 here, right? And one more possibility will exist. What is that possibility number 4? So this is 4 actually, so we will write it as 5. The fifth possibility is, in the paper 1 he is getting 99, in the second also 99, in the third also 99, and in fourth also 99, right? So how many ways we can arrange it? This will be only one ways, because factorial 4 upon factorial 4, so this will be 1 only, right? So now we have to add all these possibilities, right? So this is 4 we got here, then we got 12, then this 6, right, then this 12, and then this 1, right? So this will be 12 plus 12, 24 plus 6, 30, 4, 1 plus 5. So 35 ways we can get it. So the answer is option D. Okay, I hope ये आप सबको समझ आ गया होगा, right? Now let's see this question. This question is asked in 2023 CSAT paper, right? So this kind of questions we did in our permutation chapter. So many students who watched our video was able to solve this question. Okay, so what is the question? ABCD is a square, right? So just draw it. So this is ABCD, right? So this is a square. 1 point on each of AB. So 1 point is here, suppose here, and CD पे 1 point है, right? And 2 distinct point on each of BC and DA. So 2 points are on BC and DA is this one, right? How many distinct triangle can be drawn using 3 points as vertices out of these 6 points? So how many points are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are having 6 points. So out of these 6 points, how many triangles we can make? So this is simple. This is 6C3 only, because these 3 points are not in one line, right? So total number of triangle will be 6C3. So this will be 6 into 5 into 4, right? So 3 into 2 into 1, this 6. So this is 5 into 4, 20. So the answer is option C. So this was easy question. Now let's see this question. This question is from permutation and combination. So what is the number of selection of 10 consecutive things out of 12 things in a circle taken in a clockwise direction, right? So in a circle there are 12 things. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, right? So out of these we have to select 10, and that should be consecutive, right? So there is one formula. So with that formula the direct answer is 12. So the answer of this question will be 12, means option C. But I will tell you how this is. Suppose we are starting from this first point, then we can select 10 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we will get till 10. Or we can take second number and then again we can go from 2 to 11, or we can start with 3 and we can select number in a clockwise fashion, right? Or we can select 4 and then we can select number, right? In this way it will go. If we are selecting 4, this will go till 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So in this way 5, if we will select, then we'll go till 2. So in this way we will keep going and we will reach here 12, right? If we are reaching here 12, then this will be 12 or 9. Or again if we will move after 12, then again we will reach on this point, but this point we already started, right? So the total number of cases will be how many? 12 only, right? So I hope you got it, right? If we are starting from 1, we can select 10 things, or if we are starting from 2, then we can also select 10 things till 11, or if we are starting from 3, then we can select in this way, right? If we are starting from 4, we will select 10 things, right? So how many selection will be there? There will be only total 12 selection. So the answer is 12, option C. Now let's see this question. This question is from permutation and combination, right? in how many ways can a batsman score exactly 25 runs by scoring single runs? So he can score single runs, right? 4 runs or 6 runs only, irrespective of the sequence of the scoring shots, right? So in how many ways a batsman can score, right? So we have to find that. So this is a question from permutation and combination, and this is a little lengthy question, right? So this was a level 2 kind of questions. Okay, so see, he is scoring 25 runs. So it could be like, we can say, we don't know how many ones he is scoring. So let's suppose he is scoring once a number of times and he is scoring fours. How many, वो कितने चौके मार रहा है, we don't know that, right? So we are assuming that that number is B, right? And how many sixes he is scoring, that is C. So this total will be equal to 25 runs, right? So first of all, you should get this equation, right? This equation is important. Okay, now see, I will tell you the easiest method that how we can approach this question. Okay, you won't find this solution anywhere, right? So what's the solution? Now suppose he is scoring no sixes, right? So we are assuming he is not scoring any 6, right? It means 6 is 0, or you can say C is 0, right? If C is 0, so what will happen? Now we will see. So now this equation will become 1a plus 4b is equal to 25, right? So we have to just focus on force, right? This B part, this A part we don't need to give any importance, right? Because it will come automatically. Okay, so this equation, if C is 0, then this equation will get reduced into what? It will get reduced into 1a plus 4b is equal to 25. Now we will assume how many value B can take, how many 4 he can score. It is possible, first, right? First is maybe he is not scoring any 4, then also he can make 25. So no need to write anything, right? This is sufficient. Okay, whatever I am doing. Second chance, he may be scoring only 1 4, or he may score 2 4, then also he can get 25, or he may score 3 4s, और ही में स्कोर 4 चौके मार रहा है, और हो सकता है 5 चौके मारे। 5 चौके मारेगा तब क्या होगा? 5 चौके मारता है अगर वो, तो दिस विल बी 20 रन एंड रेस्ट विल कम फ्रॉम द 1, राइट? नाउ हो सकता है कि वो 6 चौके मारे, 6 चौके मारेगा तो 6 4 24, सो वी हैव रीच्ड 24 एंड एक रन जो है 1 से आ जाएगा, ठीक है? कैन बी 7? बी कैन नॉट बी 7, राइट? बिकॉज देन द रन विल बिकम 28. Okay, so this is the only possibility. So how many possibilities are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, right? So this is the first case. Okay, now it is all. Now we will take the second case. The second case is he is scoring 1 6, or we can say the value of C is 1, right? So in this case the equation will be what? This will be 1a plus 4b equal to, so plus 6 will come here, so I am taking that plus 6 here, we are minus it with 25, right? So we will get 19. Okay, so in this case what can happen? Again same thing we will do, right? What we did here, that B can be 0. B can be 0 means there is no 4, right? Now B can be 1 4, or B can be 2, right? Or B can be 3, or B can be 4, right? Can B be 5 here? If we are assuming B 5, then it will become 5 into 4, because 5 चौके मार रहा है तो 20 रन हो गए, पर हमें कितने चाहिए यहाँ पे? 19, राइट? क्योंकि एक 1 6 भी है, राइट? सो द वैल्यू ऑफ B कैन नॉट बी मोर देन 4 हियर, राइट? सो नाउ लेट्स टेक अनदर केस. नाउ ही इज टेकिंग 2 6s, or the value of 6 C is 2, right? So the equation will become 1a plus 4b. So this will be 2 6s he is taking, so this will be 12 runs. 12 runs he is taking, then this will be 25 minus 12, right? So this will be 13. Okay, so now again the B can be 0, right? So we will start again from that he is taking no 4, right? एक भी चौका नहीं मार रहा है, that is one possibility. और एक चौका मार रहा है 4 runs, then 2 चौके मार रहा है 8 runs, और मे बी 3 चौके मार रहा है, so कितने हो गए? 12 रन, ठीक है? एक रन वहां से आ जाएगा, 13 रन. क्या वो 4 चौके मार सकता है? नहीं, क्योंकि उसको हमने 12 रन वो छक्के से ले रहा है, राइट। सो 12 12 24, सो एक रन बचा वो 1 से आ जाएगा, ठीक है। सो दिस इज द ओनली पॉसिबिलिटी। नाउ नेक्स्ट इज लाइक मे बी ही इज कि वो 3 छक्के मार रहा है, राइट, और मे बी सी की वैल्यू 3 है, राइट। सो व्हाट विल हैपन इन दिस केस, दिस विल बी 1A प्लस 4B। सो 18 रन उसको कहां से मिल गए, छक्कों से मिल गए, ठीक है। सो दिस विल बी 25 माइनस 18, right, so this will be 7, okay। So in this case what will happen, again what we will do the same thing, that एक भी चौका नहीं मारा है, या पॉसिबिलिटी है कि एक चौका मारा है, ठीक है। 2 चौके नहीं मार सकता क्योंकि 7 ही आना चाहिए टोटल, राइट, क्योंकि 18 रन तो छक्के से मिल गए उसको, ठीक है। सो द 2 वैल्यू इज पॉसिबल। नाउ वन मोर पॉसिबिलिटी इज देयर कि वो 4 छक्के मार रहा है, राइट। सो द वैल्यू ऑफ सी इज 4, राइट। सो इन दिस केस व्हाट विल हैपन, द इक्वेशन विल बी 1A plus 4B equal to, this will be 25 minus 24, right। तो यहाँ पे 1 बचा only, so in this case B will be 0 only, right। So B cannot be 1, so there is only one possible case, right, that B is 0, okay। So now we will just count the total values. See here we got how many, 7 chances in this, 1 2 3 4 5 chances here, 4 chances here, right, 2 chances here and 1 chance here. Now we will add and this is the answer, right. So this is 7 plus 5, 12, 12 plus 4, 16, 16 plus 3, so 19, right. So the answer is option B, okay। See, this is the very easy question, okay। Now it became easy actually, because if you are approaching as I am telling you, then you can solve it very fast, because you now got like B can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In one line you can write, right, here also, this also, right। So it won't take much time if you understand this concept, okay। So I hope ये आप सबको समझ आ गया होगा, right। Now let's see this question. This question is from permutation and combination, right। So this kind of questions we did in our PYQ series, right। So many students who did our PYQ series, they was able to solve this question in exam, right। So how many distinct 8-digit number can be formed by rearranging the digit of the number? So the number is 1 1 2 2 double 3 double 4, such that the odd digit occupy odd position and even digit occupy even position, right। So how many odd digits are here? So we will see how many odd and even digits are here. So odd digits are 1 1 3 3, so there are 1 1 3 3, so there are total 4 digits, and even are 2 2 and 4 4, right। So how many 8 digit number we need? So this is 4 5 6 7 8. So this is the easy question, actually you have to do as we did normally, right। So what we do normally, like on this position, odd position you have to mark. So this is odd position, right। So this is again odd position and this is again odd position, either you can write odd, right, or this. So in this position any number from this series can come, right। So in this series, or how many odd numbers we are having, we are having 4 odd numbers, so any number can come here, right। So out of 4 any number can come here. So this is even place, and in this even place again any number from out of 4 can come, right। And now at this position one number we already used, so out of 3 number any number can come here, right। And this is even place, at this even place the same thing will happen, one we used out of even numbers, one even number we already used, so any number remaining 3 numbers any number can come, right। So now how many odd numbers we are having? Now 2 numbers we already used, so 2 are having, so out of 2 any numbers can come. So same thing will happen here, out of 2 even number any number can come, right। So one odd number is remaining will come here and one even number will come here, right। So now this is the total possible way to arrange, but out of these if you will see what we used to do, the normal, the common, so this number is common, this is appearing 2 times, so what we will do, we will divide it by 2. Now 3 3 is also appearing twice, so we will divide it again by 2, right। This double 2 is appearing twice, so we will again divide by 2, and this 4 is also appearing twice, so we will divide by 2, right। So now we will solve it. This factorial 2 will be 2, factorial 2 2, right। So 2 2s are 4, this 4 will cut, 2 2s are 4, this 4 will cut. So this is 3 into 3, 9, 9 into 4, 36, right। So the answer will be 36. Option C is the correct answer. Now let's see this question. This question is from permutation and combination. This type of questions we already did in our PYQ series, right? So there was a question of pair of shoes, right? So this question is of same kind, right? So the question is a box contain 14 black balls. So black balls are 14, blue balls are 20, and then green ball are 26, and yellow ball are 28, and then red ball, how many? 38, and then white ball are 54, right? So total ball will be how much? Total ball will be 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 8 18, 18 plus 8 26 plus 4 30, right? So 3 plus 1 4 plus 4 8, 8 plus 2 10, 10 and 8. So total 180 balls are there. Now the first statement, the smallest number n such that any n ball drawn from the box randomly must contain one full group of at least one color, right? So what the question is saying, they are selecting what they want to know कि मिनिमम हमको इसमें से कितनी बॉल निकालनी चाहिए इस सेट में से, सो दैट एक सेट का सारी बॉल्स आ जाए, राइट? सो मिनिमम दे वांट टू आस्क, सपोज यहां से हमने 53 बॉल्स निकाल ली, ठीक है, तो तब भी आपको पूरा सेट नहीं आया। अगर आप बहुत लकी हो तो जैसे ही आप 54 निकालोगे तो ये पूरा व्हाइट का एक सेट आ जाएगा, राइट? बट हमें यहाँ पे क्या कंसिडर करना है कि जो पर्सन है वो पूरा अनलकी है, राइट? मतलब पूरा श्योरिटी होनी चाहिए कि जब हम जितनी बॉल निकालें तो उसमें एक सेट पूरा है। एक सेट पूरा आने का मतलब है या तो रेड पूरी आ जाए, या जितनी भी व्हाइट है वो सारी आ जाए, या येलो जितनी भी है वो सारी आ जाए, ठीक है? तो हम सपोज कर रहे हैं कि द पर्सन इज अनलकी, राइट, एंड ही इज नॉट गेटिंग फुल सेट, सो ही विथड्रॉन 53 balls and didn't get all white, right? Similarly here he got 37 from here, and 27 he drawn from here, and 25 from here, and 19 he drawn from here, right, and 13 from here, right? So these are the total balls. So this total will be how much? We will add this. So this will be how much? This will be 7 plus 10 plus 17, 17 plus 5, 22, 22 plus 3, 25, 25 plus 9, right? So this will be 34. 4, 5, 5 plus 2, 11, 11 plus 5, 16, 16 plus 5. So we are making mistake here, right? So this is 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 1, 5, 5 or 2, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, 9 plus 3, 12, 12 plus 5, 17, right? So he got 170 for ball and still didn't get one full set. Up now one more ball, no matter what color it will come, right? It can be black, blue, green, yellow, red or white. One full set will come, right? So one full set will come in 174 plus 1 balls. So the first statement is correct, right? So जैसे ही 175 बॉल होगी एक फुल सेट हमारे पास आ जाएगा, राइट? नो मैटर हाउ लकी दैट पर्सन इज, ओके? नाउ द सेकंड स्टेटमेंट, द स्मॉलेस्ट नंबर m such that any m ball drawn from the box randomly must contain at least one ball of each color is 167, right? So now they want कि we are withdrawing one, how many ball we should withdraw so that we get one ball of each color, right? So that will be the smallest number, right? So suppose again we will do from here, right? So now suppose he is so unlucky that he is withdrawing 54 ball and they all are from this group, right? Similarly now he is withdrawing 37 ball and they are all from this group, and now from all are yellow. Now again he is withdrawing 25 and they all are coming from the green. So now here देखो यहाँ पे हमें क्या कंसीडर करना है कि ऐसा हो सकता है कि ये जो 54 बॉल का है मतलब कि जैसे कि 6 बॉल निकाले और पूरा एक एक बॉल आ जाए, पर हमें वैसा वाला केस कंसीडर नहीं करना है। यहाँ पे हम ये अज्यूम कर रहे हैं कि दैट गाय इज टोटली अनलकी, राइट? वो जितनी भी बॉल निकाल रहा है उसमें नहीं हो रहा है, एक सेट नहीं बन रहा है, राइट? तो हमें टोटल पॉसिबिलिटी यहाँ पे चेक करना है। So यहाँ पे 54 बॉल और यहाँ पे not 37, this will be 38 because we have 38 balls, and then we have 28 balls and we have total 26 ball, okay? And now उसने next 20 balls निकाली और they are all of black, ठीक है? तो अभी तक हमें एक सेट नहीं मिला है because we want to make एक सेट ऐसा हो जिसमें हर कलर की एक बॉल आए, राइट? अब इतनी बॉल निकालने के बाद जैसे ही वो एक बॉल पिक करेगा तो वो ब्लू कलर की होगी, ठीक है? तो जैसे ही उसने एक बॉल ब्लू कलर की पिक करी तो हमारे को एक सेट मिल गया जिसमें सारे कलर की एक एक बॉल है, राइट? तो दिस इज दैट सेट। तो आप इसको ऐसे भी फाइंड आउट कर सकते हो कि 180 टोटल बॉल्स है, उसमें से जो मिनिमम वाला है ना 14 बॉल्स इज द मिनिमम, राइट। सो 14 बॉल को डिटेक्ट करना है और फिर +1 करना है। जैसे ही एक बॉल निकालेगा ब्लू कलर की, सो हमें क्या मिल जाएगा, 1 set where at least one ball of each color will be there. So this will be 160 set. Okay. So this statement second is correct. So the answer of this question will be both first and second are correct. So the answer is option C. Okay. Now this question is from permutation and combination chapter. So there are 4 letters. So how many letters are there? There are 4 letters, L1, L2, L3 and L4. Right. And there are envelope E1, E2, E3 and E4. Right. 4 envelope, and exactly one letter is to be put in exactly one envelope with the correct address. If the letter are randomly inserted into the envelope, then consider the following statement. It is possible that exactly one letter goes into an incorrect envelope. If this letter was supposed to go in this E1, but this is going in this one, E2, right? So in this E1, out of these 3 will come, right? So it means this is also becoming wrong and this is also becoming wrong. Right. So there is no way that only one letter will go in a wrong envelope, right? So this statement is correct, wrong actually, right? Because this is not possible that only one letter will goes in a incorrect envelope, right? So now second, there are only 6 ways in which only 2 letter can go into the correct envelope, right? So there is only one chance, like this letter will go in this envelope, right? So now we have to select out of 4 letters, 2 letters, right? So we will select 2 letter from out of 4. So this will be 4C2. So this will become 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So this will be 6. So there are 6 ways of selecting 2 letter. So out of those 2 letter, they will go, the chances of their going in a correct envelope is only 1, right? So suppose we are selecting 2 letter, L1 and L2. Okay. Now there are 2 envelope, E1 and E2. Okay. So only 2 letter can go into the correct envelope. So their chances are that L1 will go in E1 and L2 will go in E2. So there is no other chance. So the answer will be 6. Okay. So the second statement is correct. So the answer will be option B. Now this question is from permutation and combination. We did all this kind of questions, right? So the question is saying a flag has to be designed with 4 horizontal strips using some. So there are 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. Using some or all of the color. So color are red, green and yellow. What is the number of different ways? So we have to find different ways in which this can be done, so that no adjacent strip have the same color. So 2 strips cannot have the same color, right? So how we will do it? Now take this one first. In first we can take any color, right? So any out of these 3 color, any color can come, right? Now in the second we cannot take this color, we already took. So out of 2 color we can take any color, right? Now in this strip third, right, we can take again, suppose this was red, this was green. Okay, now red and green again we can take, because this has no connection with that color. Okay, so again out of 2 color we can take any one color, right? Now here again we can take out of 2 color any one color, right? So this will be again 2 choices. So the total choices will be 3 into 2 into 2 into 2. So this is equal to, this is 6 into 12 into 2. So this is 24. So the answer is option C. Okay. Now let's see this question. This type of question we did in our PYQ series again, right? So this is directly from that, the same kind of questions we did. Okay, so Raj has 10 pair of red. So this is in pair. So how many will be? This will be 20 shoes, because these are, they have given in pair. Okay, so now what they have given, 10 pair of red, 9 pair. White is how many? 9 pair. So there will be 18. Okay, 18 shoes will be there, and white of white, and 8 pair of black. Black are how many? 8 pair. 8 pair means 16 shoes we are having, right? If he randomly pick shoes one by one without replacement, he is not putting them back, right, from the box to get a red pair. So he want to withdraw red pair of shoes to wear. What is the maximum number of attempt he has to make? So maximum they are asking, right? Because he want to take one pair, right, to get a red pair of shoes. So he want red pair of shoes. Okay, so the chances is if he is picking, if he is lucky, अगर एक पिक करता है वो वाला भी रेड आ गया, नेक्स्ट पिक किया वो भी रेड आ गया, so this is the minimum chance you will get in the two only. But they are asking the maximum number of attempt, means वो पूरा का पूरा अनलकी है, राइट. सो लास्ट में हाउ मेनी अटेम्प्ट्स ही हैज टू मेक कि उसको राइट वाला मिले ही, राइट. सो व्हाट वी विल अज्यूम लाइक ही इज नॉट गेटिंग रेड and he is getting only these two, right. So how many attempts he will make in this? So this will be 8 plus 6, we will add them, 18 plus 16, right. So this will be 8 plus 6, 14, so this is 34. So the 34 attempts he is not getting, right. Now he will make one attempt again, so the next shoes will come from the red, but this will be one red shoes, but he won't pair, right, red pair. So again he will make, again from this one will come, because we are not having anything else, now only red are remaining, so again from the red will come. Fun. So how many attempts are there? 34, 35, 36. So in 36 attempt maximum he will get one pair of red shoes. So the answer is option B. Okay, this kind of questions we did in our PYQ. So जिन स्टूडेंट्स ने हमारा वीडियो देखा था तो उनको यहाँ पे 2.5 मार्क्स का बेनिफिट हुआ है, राइट. Now let's see this question. There are 5 person PQRST, each one of whom has to be assigned one task. So each one is assigning one task. So there are 5 persons, so 5 tasks. Okay. So there are 5 tasks. Neither P nor Q can be assigned task 1. Task 2 must be assigned to either R or S. In how many ways we can assignment be done? See, this question is from previous year questions, right? So this question is asked in 2015, and as you all know, I covered it in our videos. तो जिन्होंने वो videos देखा है, so they got 2.5 marks, right? Directly. So many student, काफी लोगों ने स्टूडेंट्स ने मुझे बताया कि उनको सही क्वेश्चन नहीं आता, उनको इवन आंसर तक याद था, राइट. सो लेट्स डू इट. सो देयर आर हाउ मेनी टास्क? 5 टास्क, राइट. सो नाउ टास्क T1 is not assigned to P or Q, so it can be assigned to either R, S or T. Task 2 must be assigned to either R or S, so this will be assigned to R or S. Task 3 can be assigned to anyone, right. Task 4B, so there is no condition for task 3, 4 and 5. Now first of all we will assign task to this one. So there are 2 people and we have to assign, we have to choose one out of them, so this will be 2C1, right. Now here there are 3, but one is assigned to R or S, we already assigned here, right. So there will be remaining 2, so out of 2 we will choose 1, right. So now 2 people already got the task, now we are having 3 people, so out of 3 1 will be selected for task 3, right. So now 2 are remaining, so out of 2 1 will be selected for task 4, now the 1 is remaining, so that one person will come on the task 5, right. So the total number of ways will be 2 into 2 into 3 into 2, right. So this will be 4 into 3, 12, 12 into 2, so this is 24. So the answer is option D.